In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use your phone or MacBook to earn free tokens just by offering some spare internet bandwidth. Now, this project is super early and it's launching its token around June. They're promising extra multiplied rewards for those who get in early, and they have a waiting list if you're on iPhone, iOS. In this video, I'm going to go over what the project is and how it works. I'll go over the white paper and tokenomics. I'll take a look at the team to see if this is a secret project or if the founders are public. I'll go over the token launch news because they're about to go on the Jupiter launchpad. And then I'll talk you through a setup on the desktop and the mobile version of this app. Right, let's get into this awesome early DePin project. Let's head over to the Uprock website to learn a little bit more about what the project is and what it's trying to achieve. Now, as the website says here, it's where AI meets open data. And by sharing your internet, we're hoping to get paid and passive income and get airdrop. As I'll mention later on in the video, it's currently available for Android and on Mac OS on the desktop. And I'll do a quick overview of these two. For iOS, there is a sign up. So make sure that you click on that if you're on Apple so that you can get notified once this goes live. So essentially, Uprock is trying to utilize two different things to begin with. The first thing is to battle the centralized way that data is being controlled, for example, by Google. One of the other things that you'll see featured quite heavily on the homepage is this. It's not currently live yet, but it's a service that they're hoping to deliver. And this is an AI-powered travel service. And by utilizing it, you'll be earning the UPT token every time you book tickets, book hotels, flights, etc. Instead of the commission going to websites like Skyscanner, you'll be getting the commission. And this is how they're trying to make it a DePin project, not just by utilizing your spare bandwidth, but also by interacting with the program. And I'll talk later in the tokenomics how that is going to earn an income. There is a live coverage map, but to be honest with you, I don't think it's up to date because there is showing nothing in the UK, and I've been using this for quite a while. You can see the number of users and countries that they have in place, and they've also showing some of the ways in which they're hoping this to be utilized. Number one, for it to be a peer-to-peer data network. Number two, this is the abstraction of data from the internet using web crawling and AI data extraction. And number three is their B2B and B2C. So the AI agent dashboard is what I mentioned to you before. It looks something like this. Paid APIs in which they can earn sales, and then also paid subscriptions and commissions. Now, they've got a number of FAQs on the website. I won't run through all of them, but it mentions that the UPT token is going to be built on the Solana blockchain, and I've got an update in this video about the token launch. They have a dedication to browser privacy where they don't gather any personal browser history or any personal data. Your internet connection is going to be used to gather publicly available data like product prices, flight details, and online advertisements, etc. And then it talks about how you can maximize your earnings and the earnings calculation. But I'm going to go through that when I get to the white paper. I'm going to head over to the white paper now. Now, it's not a technical white paper. There's a lot of jargon here. What it's essentially saying is that the market is huge, that data is the new oil, and that utilizing spare bandwidth is going to allow a way for the data not to be held centrally, but to be shared through a peer-to-peer network. It talks about the use of paid APIs and how they hope this is going to be an income generation for the project. It talks about how easy it is to set up, and it truly is. It's simply a one-click system. And then it talks about the mining reward calculation. We're going to spend a little bit of time on this. Now, your earnings are going to be factored by the upload speed factor, the download speed factor, that's your internet connection, the connection type factor, so that is whether you're on Wi-Fi, 4G or 5G, and I'll do a little test when I get into the app because you actually earn more when you're on Wi-Fi. And then there's a freedom score factor. You can't control this. This is what country you are in. All of these factors are then multiplied by the total mining time, and that will determine your reward rate. They mentioned that in the beta phase, the tokens are going to be locked up, but that's going to be unlocked once it's live. And then it talks about their three-step or three-phase plan on how they want to build their infrastructure. I'm going to give you time to read through this because a lot of this is just the same information that we have seen. And then it talks about some of the use cases just to finish off with. Heading over to the tokenomics, we can see how the distribution is going to be made for this project. What I like about this project is it talks openly about the team allocation, but it doesn't go into specific detail how much they get. It just says that they get in-app revenue streams, a portion of every in-app transaction, and that the team wallet is going to be public, recorded, and explained just to show full transparency. With regards to any revenue that the project makes, 50% goes to the treasury and 50% goes to the community, of which 50% is burnt immediately. Again, for the account management services, any income they get, 50% goes to the treasury and 50% goes to the pool. For bandwidth sales, 20% goes to buyback and distribution, 40% to the treasury, and 40% goes to the network contributors. And then any other platform fees, 50% is burnt immediately and 50% goes into the treasury. There's a small diagram here, which I'll be honest with you, is not the easiest thing to follow, but essentially you've got users here that are going to be using the platform, and any UPT or any other fees that they get is going to be either burnt, bought back, or split to the treasury. And then you've got customers who are using the website, and the revenue streams are going to be split, some to the miners, some of it's going to be bought back, and then some of it goes back into the treasury. Now they've got the buyback and distribution model, and they've got a buyback and earn model, and these are sustainable models. So one of them is inflationary and the other one is deflationary, and this is in place to make sure that the project is sustainable long term. Now head over to the blog on the website. It does have some exciting partnerships that they've mentioned. They've partnered with Pocket Cube, they've partnered with the popular meme coin When. And I'll talk about that because you can actually earn that as a bonus for getting online. But what's cool here is they've got a roadmap. I'm going to quickly go through the roadmap for this project. Number one, they've got a fair bandwidth phase, so they're trying to clamp down on excessive devices. So if you've got 50 devices on one network, you're going to get the same amount distributed over your devices. They've got a new registration bonus. So if you register using the link in the description, you're going to get an additional 10% on earnings. Every Wednesday, you're going to receive bonus When tokens. They're trying to phase out emulators and virtual machines, so I wouldn't advise going into that because they're going to phase that out shortly. They're going to incentivize users that are in previously uncovered geographic locations. So this is why it pays to get in early, because if you're in early, you're in a new geolocation, you're going to get extra rewards. And they're going to do that before their token generation event. And we're really excited about this. And I'll talk about the launch pad that they recently won to get involved in that. Going on to their social media, they've got a decent following, over 297,000 followers. And you can see that they've just surpassed 1 million installs. So this is huge for the project. Companies like Grass are on 2 million installs. So they are already nearly half of that. And heading into the team members, actually all of them are docs. They're accessible online. And these are all of the co-founders that I'm showing right now on the screen. And one of the cool things about the team members is that they actually get involved in interviews. So one of the co-founders here, Jesse, he's been giving a number of interviews about the project, about the vision, and how they want to go forward. All of these are positive signs because I mentioned with the Grass project, we don't really know much about the founders of that project. And lastly, great news about this project is that they recently had a vote on Jupiter for the Jupiter Launchpad. That's essentially a launchpad which is going to open this project to the Jupiter network, and people can put their Solana in and get involved in the token generation. And Uprock received 45 million votes, 20% of the voting, and the top 2 tokens are going to go ahead to the Jupiter Launchpad. So this is really exciting. Around May or June, this token should be launched on the LFG Launchpad, and this is going to propel this project forward hugely. We haven't got news like this on the bandwidth miners like Grass, etc. So I'm really excited about this. And as always, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get in early on future projects. It's a simple click of the button and a like on the video. So how do you get involved? So once you click on the link in the description, it's going to ask you to enter your email address. Once you've confirmed your email address, you're going to get into the lobby for the project. And if you share your referral code, you get a kickback as well. And I've got a link in the description if you want to make use of that. And you get a bonus 5 UPT if you use my discount code. So how do you get started with this project? I'm going to quickly show you the Mac OS version on my MacBook, and then I'm going to head over to my Android phone and show you the Android version. So once you've downloaded the software on your MacBook, you simply enter the email address that you entered after you clicked on the link that I put in the description. So we're going to click that and head into the next stage. So here we are in the Mac OS desktop version of this app. You can see my mining rate, my upload and my download speed, and how many wallets I've earned so far. Your wallet address will be displayed here. Obviously, I've blurred that out for obvious reasons. You can see my mining rate here. We'll compare that on my phone when I jump on the Wi-Fi. So what I would suggest is, if you have a MacBook, is to test it on the MacBook and then test it on your phone. And whichever one earns the most, it's probably better to keep it online on that platform. I'm going to keep it on my phone because I use my MacBook a lot for work and I don't want this running in the background. I'd rather just do it on my phone if there's going to be a sharing of rewards. Let's jump into the phone now and just have a look at what that looks like once you're logged in. So I'm logged into the phone right now. You can see my earnings per hour is 0.3, my connection score, my geo score. I'm just going to switch to Wi-Fi, see what the difference makes. And when I refresh the page by pulling down, you can see that I almost double my earnings per hour. So I know that I'm going to earn more by being on the Wi-Fi. This runs in the background. You don't have to do anything. You can just keep it on as it is. And that's as simple as it is to set up on the mobile. The iPhone iOS is going to be the same. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed these types of videos where you get access to free DePin and crypto mining projects, why not check out this video where I talk about a similar project called Grass, where you can earn free tokens just by sharing your unused internet. I'll catch you in the next video.